Pokemon GoFest 2025 is very fastly approaching, and I wanted to make this video to make sure that you are as prepared as you can be for the best Pokemon Go event of the year. Let's jump right into it. If you want to make the absolute best out of your Pokemon GoFest experience, I have a couple of tips that I hope you enjoy and that I hope you are finding useful, because this is stuff that a lot of people don't really take seriously, and then you go to play GoFest and you're bored because half the time you're there transferring Pokemon while you're supposed to be catching them, okay? So I'm gonna try to make this as easy and as user-friendly as possible. I know not a lot of people are super hardcore players out there, but they're just looking for extra tips to make this a very fun experience. So the first thing I wanna talk about is Pokemon storage. This is something that a lot of people treat very differently depending on your playstyle. So the first thing I wanna do is bring up my phone here and show you something that you might enjoy. If you are into PvP, something you want to look for is the 0 to 1 attack, 3 to 4 HP, 3 to 4 defense. These Pokemon, if I go into one of them, will have stats that look like this. These are good for PvP. You don't want any attack, basically. You want very high defense, very high HP. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then there are other guides out there to learn about PvP in Pokemon Go. But these are the ones that you want. The one that have very low attack and then very high defense and HP. Flexing my Shadow Trapinch, that is shiny with those kinds of stats that you want to see in PvP. I don't really do PvP, but I know the searches for them, and these are the ones that you want to look for. Also, if I didn't make it clear, these are the Pokemon that you want to keep. We're going to talk about the ones that you want to get rid of in just a second. So you want to keep these ones for PvP if that's what you're into. If you don't really care about that, but you do care about your high stats, like your hundos, your 3 stars, this is the tag you want to use. 3-star or 4-star, or do them separately. So if you just want to see your hundos, you just type in 4-star. These are all the hundos. These are the good guys. These are the ones that you want to keep. These are very collectible. I know a lot of people search for these kinds of things. So the 4 stars, you want to go through and favorite those, tag them so you don't, accidentally delete any of those. But the 3 stars are where I have some issues, because if you're like me, I mean, you're looking at this number for the storage, 9,300 out of 9,800. That's not going to do it for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you strategies for getting rid of some of these things. But for now, I want to show you things to keep. All right, so you got your 3 and 4 stars. We'll get to that in a minute. You got your PvP Pokemon. The next thing you want to type in is year 2016. All of these Pokemon were caught in the year 2016, which is when Pokemon Go came out. I believe up until 2019, they are guaranteed lucky. So anything from year 2016 to 2019 should be a guaranteed lucky trade. So definitely hold on to those, star all those. People at GoFest might want to trade for those. Another one that you want to search for is background. So anything with a special background will be under the background tag. We just had some for the newest season, Might Mastery. So a lot of these, all of these, because of the tag, will have backgrounds. A lot of them are collectible, more so the ones that are like geolocation tags, rather than these that are global for everybody at any time. So like if you have any that are from like in-person events, those are going to be way more sought after. Some of these global backgrounds, everybody has, so they're not as highly sought after. One of them that I have is from Worlds 2024, the Scuba Pikachu. Yes, so things like these are a lot more rare and a lot more sought after, but the ones that are global, they're not super crazy. Obviously, next on the list of things to keep are all of your precious shinies, right? We're all shiny hunters at heart and playing Pokemon Go, right? That's all we do it for. I just got a shiny Ditto today. I did not expect that at all. But yeah, I know my numbers are embarrassing. I am not the staple Pokemon Go player. You should not be modeling your life after me. But I've learned my lesson. I am part of my prep is going to be dwindling this number big time. I barely transfer any shinies. I feel like I can get this down to like maybe 1,000 if I got rid of a lot of my community day shinies. So that's what I'm going to recommend to you. Sort them by number, and then you'll see all of the shiny Bulbasaurs that you have, the Charmanders, the Squirtles that had like 3 community days. So please don't come at me. But I'm going to go through, like, do I need this many Kakunas? No. Okay, like, I'm going to go through here and actually start deleting some shinies. It's going to take a while because I usually favorite my shinies. So it's going to take a hot minute. But I recommend that you go through, find your sentimental Pokemon, find your shinies that you really, really like, that you don't have a lot of. Ones that are good trade bait, okay? Those ones you want to keep. The ones that you have an abundance of, like your Weedles, get rid of them. I mean, I'm telling myself. This is barely me speaking to you. I'm speaking to myself. Glax, go delete your shinies. It'll save you so much room. Okay, the other things that you want to do, this is my strategy for deleting. I like to do it by generation. So, I mean, Kanto's a bad example because there's a lot. So I'm going to go with just Kalos. Kalos has the fewest Pokemon in its Pokedex. So if you search by Kalos, you will see all of the different species from Kalos. Now, don't come at me with the Froakie. I caught those in Japan. So those are staying. But all these Greninjas, do I need 30 Greninjas? No, I don't. So I'm going to go through and find the best Bunnelbees, the best Diggersbees. I don't need all of them. So I'm going to go ahead and delete all the ones that I don't need. If I have multiple things favorited or starred, I'm going to find the best 3-star and keep that one. And then I'll go to the Fletchinder. If I have a really good 3-star of that, I'll get rid of the others, right? I don't need them all. So I feel like that is the best way to go about it. You have 28 days as of recording. Go in there and just delete stuff from every regional dex. Look, Kalos takes up 770. There's only 79 Pokemon in that dex. There's no reason for me to have 700. Oh, Scatterbugs in here. That's why. The other thing is legendaries, okay? On June 17th, I believe it is, during Spotlight Hour, it is 2 times transfer candy. Put a reminder in your phone, pause the video, and set a reminder for June 17th, Spotlight Hour, 6 o'clock p.m. local. Start transferring all of your legendaries. You do not need 30,000 Lugias. Delete the ones that are 2 stars. Get the extra candy for doing so it feels like worthwhile to you. Definitely recommend going in during that Spotlight Hour. I've got my calendar marked. I will not be catching during that. I will be deleting all of my legendaries that I do not need on June 17th. That'll free up a ton of space. Once you're at a comfortable number of Pokemon, it's time to move into the item bag, okay? This is just an example. Everybody's item bag is going to be so different. It really depends on how you play, where you play, etc. I like to keep 50 of each type of high-level potion and 50 regular, 50 max revives. I keep it to 50 because max revives are not nearly as common as regular revives, so I like to always have things on hand. And then this is my Pokeball situation. I have not been touching Great or Ultra Balls because I am saving them for things like GoFest, okay? I am only ever using Pokeballs on the regular average every day. As far as berries go, I keep it to 100 each. I try to. I made it nice and pretty for this video. They were a little bit above, but I like to keep all my berries at 100 except for Golden Raz and Silver Pineapps. Again, this is good for really rare spawns that you don't normally see. During GoFest, we're going to be getting Torkoals, Pachirisu, Skiddo, Klefki, things that are regional. I recommend using Silver Pineapps if you want to, if you want the easier catch or not. I'd say Silver Pineapps are good for those because you get the extra candy on top of it being easier to catch those. So, highly recommend for things like Unknown, things that you don't really see every day. So, I'm stockpiling my Silver Pineapps. I want as many incense, as many lucky eggs, as many star pieces as I can. Pop them, run them all day during GoFest. Rare candies are a different sort of breed. So rare candies I would recommend using on things with adventure effects, such as Palkia, Kyurem, or using them on mythicals. Okay, so rare candies are, again, whatever you like to use them for. I don't like to keep too many of them, but I'm saving a lot for Palkia and Kyurem for those adventure effects. As far as your lures, that's again up to you. If you're going to a GoFest event, or if you're playing in a highly populated area for GoFest, definitely keep those around. There's a medal that you can earn for getting people to catch Pokemon from your lure, so put them in highly populated areas. TMs, I don't recommend keeping a ton of these, especially if you're not into PvP. These are only good for like raid Pokemon. If you happen to get a legendary that doesn't have a good move on it, you'd use a TM for it. The elites, don't touch those. I mean, I can't really tell you when they're good, but I know that those are very hard to come by, so keep your elite fast and elite charge TMs for whatever is most useful for them, for those legacy moves. And then the last but not least section is the evolution items. You do not need to keep that many of these, okay? There's only so many Pokemon that use a Sunstone. I mean, if you ever need to evolve one of these Pokemon, or any of these Pokemon are heavily featured, we usually get research that helps us collect these different evolution items. Don't stress about them too much. You don't want to clog up your bag space. So this, I'm pretty good. I have like 700 bag space here. I think I'm pretty comfortable. I'm going to try this week and next week to really like stock up on Pokeballs, but I'm pretty comfortable with Great and Ultra Balls. I think that's good for me. I will be constantly be spinning during GoFest, so I'm not worried about that. Speaking of spinning, how do you get these items if you don't have very many right now? So if you're looking to increase your Pokeballs or increase some of these berries if you're not really up to snuff, here's how you can get some of these items for the next month, how you can prepare to get caught up and have a full bag ready to go just to use during GoFest. The first thing, obviously, is to spin, spin, spin. If you have any Pokestops nearby on your daily playing, please spin Pokestops. There is a trick, if you guys don't know. If you spin 9 unique Pokestops within 10 minutes, that 9th spin gives you extra items. So take advantage of that. They do have to be unique ones. It has to be 9 different stops in 10 minutes. Another one that people don't really use very often, it's very underutilized right now, is golden lures. So you can get a golden lure by sending 5 postcards from Pokemon Go into Pokemon Scarlet and Violet on the Nintendo Switch. If you do that 5 days, you get rewarded a golden lure module. Those, if you place them down, give you increased items and, of course, the Gimme Ghoul coins. I would personally recommend saving those for GoFest because a lot of people will benefit from them. Everybody's going to be drawn towards those specific lures. But of course, it's harder to place lures during GoFest. So it's very hard to tell what to do with those. But if you're focused on getting items before GoFest, definitely dropping a golden lure on a random Wednesday will be super helpful for you if you're nearby for, a half hour. Just keep spinning it. Another thing that you could do is open gifts. So if you are rural, if you don't have a lot of stops nearby, definitely recommend taking advantage of your 30 Poke Gifts per day. Definitely have the friends that will send you gifts. If you open 30 gifts a day, I'd say you average maybe 30 to 40 Pokeballs if you open up 30 gifts. And that will definitely stockpile. That adds up. Obviously, you're going to be using some if you're playing throughout the month. But I think if you just let it stockpile, gather more than you use, you'll have enough for GoFest. Besides that, other advanced ways you can do this is to get a Go++. If you're running errands, if you're just driving to work, going to school, walking campus, whatever it may be, your auto catcher can spin stops for you without you having to be on your phone. Of course, you have to buy one of those. But the best thing that people don't really talk about, the best way to get these premier items like star pieces, incubators, lucky eggs, is to win showcases. This is where rural players actually thrive because there's not a lot of people entering these showcases, so it's very easy to win. I have a couple stops personally that I know nobody reaches. I go out of my way to put stuff in those showcases, and I constantly win. I already have my Professor Pikachu. I've won my showcases. I have an abundance of incense and star pieces and stuff like that. So definitely work on those showcases. We have a couple more left in June. So before Global Go Fest, you'll be able to win some showcases, get some premium items. Another way that is not super popular, but it's always an option, is to join community ambassador events. If you join one of those through Campfire, you are rewarded with time research that always gives these premium items as rewards. For community days, I know they give you a lure, a lucky egg, and an incubator. It's awesome, so definitely check out your community ambassador events. Check on Campfire to see if there's anything happening near you. I know I find it worth it to go to G-Max days. I'm always at my community ambassador events because I want to have those giant groups so we can take down G-Maxes easily. Last but not least is to use Pokecoins to buy them. You can either use real money, but if you want to be free to play, you obviously have to do the gyms where you get 50 Pokecoins a day. If you have a friend that plays and they're on a different team, you can organize knocking each other out after 8 hours. That is the minimum that you need to earn your 50 Pokecoins per day. I mean, if you do this for the next month or so, that's about 1,500 coins that you can use on whatever you need, whether that's incubators or XP lucky eggs or what have you. If you're running low on stuff, you can always use your Pokecoins. So start saving up. Don't spend until they have some of these premium boxes. Just hold on to it until you really need them. There are a couple of other advanced strategies that you could use to optimize your time during GoFest. One of them is by using those adventure effects I was talking about earlier. When you're using your rare candies, again, I highly recommend using them on Palkia for Spatial Rend and also Kyurem with Ice Burn, so you can get that extra catch multiplier to make catching things easy. Because if you are a pro and you are quick catching, you want to make sure that those are catching and not stuck on the same Pokemon for like 3 minutes. So you want to make sure that all your things are catching, but that all the spawns in your reach are all on the map. So both of those are highly recommended. That's where you can put your rare candies towards. The other thing that I'd highly recommend doing is mega evolving your Pokemon. So a good one that I would focus on right now is Mega Altaria. Okay, so the fairy typing is really going to be helpful, and so is the dragon typing for GoFest. On Sunday specifically, you get Dino, you get Frigibax, you get Jangmo-O. All three of those are spawning on Sunday, so having a Mega Altaria will be really helpful. Now, why am I mentioning it now? Because if you level up its Mega level, you get more candies and more rewards for catching things with that same typing. So I would highly recommend working on a Mega Evolving an Altaria every single day, level up its Mega level, and get ready for GoFest. Now, I've talked a lot about how you can prep in-game, making storage, having space for your items, having space for your Pokemon so you're not stuck transferring instead of catching. But let's talk a little bit about preparing mentally and physically for in-person GoFests. The first thing that I have to recommend is a battery pack, okay? An external battery that you can hook up to. You're gonna be playing for 8 hours if you're hardcore like me. You'll be out there all day long. Phones just aren't built to last that long. So having a charger, having a battery pack that are all in working order and are all charged before you actually need them. Make sure you charge them. Don't go in with an empty battery. The next thing is something to hold all of this stuff that I'm about to talk about inside of. I personally have a drawstring bag. I keep it tight around my waist, or not my waist, my chest. I have a hook that it hooks to so it can't be taken easily. So I recommend a drawstring bag where you can hook the strings together, or a crossbody bag that you can keep in front of you rather than behind you. It keeps it safe. I know a lot of people don't really worry about that, but you should. It's a strange, cruel world out there, so make sure all your belongings are safe. Just do it for me. Next is how to make it easier to be on your phone for a long, extended period of time. I fully recommend a pop socket. I have a Charmander one here. It's just helpful to hold your phone more comfortably throughout the day. You're going to be holding it for 8 hours. Highly recommend a pop socket, as well as a wrist strap. If you accidentally drop your phone, it doesn't fall to the concrete floor, and everything is safe and you can breathe easy. After that, I mean, it's July. It's summer here in the United States. You want to prepare accordingly. You might want to bring yourself some sunscreen, some hats, sunglasses, water. Definitely hydrate. Stay hydrated out in that summer heat. Bring a fan to wear around your neck. I just got one for Christmas and I can't wait to use it. I'm so excited to be like at GoFest with a fan blowing up at my face, and I'm going to be so much more comfortable than I was last year. If anybody went to New York City GoFest 2024, it was a scorcher all weekend long, so gonna need that. After that, you definitely want comfortable shoes to walk in. No flip-flops. Do not do GoFest in flip-flops. Just have nice, comfortable, flowy, open shoes. A lot of them are made with mesh now. Highly recommend those. Outside of that, if it's not summer where you are, if you are outside of the US, first off, hi. Thanks so much for watching my content. Whatever weather is out there, prepare for it. Look at your forecast the week ahead. Prepare for any rain, snow, whatever it may be. Definitely pack umbrellas, maybe those umbrella hats so you can still use your phone. If it's cold out there, use those gloves that have the fingertips that you can still use your phone with. I have a pair of Lucario ones. I will be wearing those all winter long as I'm playing Pokemon Go. And also something to clean your phone with. Whether it's sweat or whether it's rain, having a cloth of some kind to clean your screen rather than having to rely on your wet shirt, I think is a very good idea. At the end of the day, I just want to make sure that this video is helping someone, whether it's the hardcore players, the people that are just going to turn their phone on for like an hour in that day and just see what happens. I hope this video is for someone, because I hate going into an event not being prepared. So I want to make sure that those of you who care enough to search up how to be prepared for GoFest find something useful in this video. I know this is a little bit beyond my normal content, but if you enjoy this, please leave a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I have big plans for Pokemon Go, especially this summer. I will be going to Pokemon Worlds in Anaheim, California, so definitely look out for my Pokemon Go adventures there. I have a brand new toy, and I cannot wait to use it out in the wild, at GoFest, at Worlds. We have some really cool content coming, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and let me know if I missed any tips. If you have any awesome tips that you always go through before a GoFest or a giant event in Pokemon Go, leave them down in the comments below. I'd love to read them, and I'd love to maybe do an update before Global GoFest actually happens. But thank you again for spending your time with me. I hope you found this useful, and until next time, take care. Peace!